political parties that are the United States that people tend to know about more: Democrats and Republicans, or liberal and conservative. Since that's kind of the thing about that. Um, and we're gonna get this started with the Democratic Party. We're gonna go read it left to right. So the Democrats are composed mostly of progressives, and this includes a bunch of people that mostly they just want to move forward. And this is so they can like this is more liberalized views. You know, labor unions, affordable college tuitions, universal health care, equal opportunity, consumer protection, environmental protection, and that's kind of the core of the economic policies. And it's the more liberal side. Republicans, however, are the more conservative side. This tends to be where more of the religious folks are and the more old timey folks. Um, this is where, more of a free market economy, free enterprise, restrictions on labor unions, strong national defense, deregulation, a few other things like that. Um, and in today's society now, it's starting to seem like we have sort of a race war between these two. Most of the Democrats, from what I've been seeing, are typically anti Republican, and Republican is kind of anti Democrat. Well, we are going to talk about kind of the cons of both sides for not only our country, but just in general. Democrats are a little bit more laid back, relaxed, don't want so much to always do what it could potentially have a split second decision, which that's not really the greatest. Sometimes you have those moments where you have to make a decision right then and there. You can't wait. Republicans, on the other hand, in the same sense, want those decisions to always be a split second decision, and otherwise, like sometimes you can't make a split second decision. Sometimes it's something you have to think about. Like, you know, say it's 7 o'clock and trying to determine what you're going to have for supper, and the store closes at 7:30. That's a split second decision. You basically have to decide then if you're going to go to the store and get food. But, you know, say trying to decide what you're going to have for Thanksgiving. There's a pretty general idea of what you're going to have for Thanksgiving, but you might need to plan out the exacts, and that's going to take some time. The Democratic Party is also typically home to, you know, not really the simplest of ideas, and Republicans tend to want simple ideas and simple things. Democrats don't want simple things. Try to find the nice happy medium. In my personal opinion, um, they're both equal. Without one, the other can't really exist, because if there were no liberals, there wouldn't be conservatives, and there weren't conservatives, there wouldn't be liberals. In the sense that there is today, there wouldn't be really an argument over which one's better, which you know helps our society, even though it's kind of dangerous how it's helping the society. They both argue over the silliest things a lot of the time. Like, I don't know, for example, um, abortions and stuff. Most Democrats tend to be pro-choice. Well, most liberals tend to be pro-choice, and most conservatives tend to be pro-life. And I guess it kind of depends on your belief and standpoint. Now, using these two parties, in the Democratic Party in the past election, we had Hillary Clinton, and the Republican, we had Donald Trump. Many people say, "Shoot, Trump's president. We're all kind of scrudged." Well, a lot of Republicans saying, "Well, thank God we didn't get Hillary, because then we would have been nuked." And yeah, either way, in the past election, it it's not really up to the citizens who gets into the political elections. It's more up to the party. The party voted for Hillary to get in instead of other people. An example would be Bernie Sanders. And in all honesty, I wasn't paying much attention to the political election, so all I know is that Trump was running for the Republicans, and that's it. Because it's all my family talked about, which is extraordinarily annoying. Personally, if you want to know my viewpoint, I think we need a nice blend of both. You know, need some more Democratic ideas and some more Republican ideas at the same time. Because, like I said earlier, one without the other is pointless. Because in human society, there will always be conflict. Not conflict in the sense of war, not conflict in the sense of murder and stuff like that, but there will always be like arguments and debates. And if one of these two parties didn't exist, and there's no other party filling its place, then it would just be a one-sided debate. And that would tear our country apart more so than the previous election did. Well, I thank you for tuning in. Anybody that did tune in, and have a good day.